7 Things You Need to Know About Term Life Insurance, presented by Fred Saide, founder of www.compareterm.com. CompareTerm was founded in 1997 to provide an unbiased source of term life insurance information to residents and businesses in central New Jersey. Consumers who used its informational service also wanted to be able to purchase insurance from CompareTerm. In short order, it went from only advising to providing term life insurance in all durations from 1-year to 30-year policy terms. Today, CompareTerm offers both underwritten and non-underwritten products. Senior life insurance is also provided. CompareTerm has available skilled underwriters and case managers to make sure no situation is too hard for us to do our very best to provide customers the most affordable and suitable coverage. This includes tobacco users, those with health issues and lifestyles which make them difficult to insure. Fred Saide's promise from day one is every person is treated with the same respect he would want for himself if he were our customer. That means courtesy, respect, and our very best effort every time, without exception. No excuses, no cookie-cutter solutions. What is term life insurance? Term life insurance provides coverages for a period of years called a term. At the end of the term, the policy expires. The owner must die within the term of the policy for a benefit to be paid to the beneficiaries. Normally, there are no surrender values. More recently, additional benefits were added to term policies, including, for example, return of premium paid, long-term care, critical illnesses, chronic illness benefits, and unemployment insurance. Cost of term life insurance. When a new reserving requirement called AG 38 was implemented, it was assumed term life insurance premiums would rise. Actually, more often, premiums went down. That makes coverage affordable. People are often surprised how affordable. How do I know what to buy? Assume that every policy providing coverage for the same term is identical. If that is true, then the lowest price wins out if the insurers being compared are of high quality and sound financial strength. All policies are not necessarily the same. Even if they appear to be the same, evaluate the differences in policy provisions against differences in premium and then decide. The lowest premium is not necessarily your best policy choice. It's also true the highest price is not necessarily the best value. Here's what to avoid. The thing is, insurance companies select who they want to insure from the applications submitted to them. A company that is an excellent choice for one person might refuse to insure someone who does not meet their business criteria. Selecting wisely depends on getting informed advice to pick the correct company. Sometimes well-meaning people have caused families and businesses terrific grief by buying life insurance and then making a mistake. It's not always the same mistake. Usually it is one of 7 mistakes. The good news is they can be easily corrected or avoided, generally at no cost. Question: if these mistakes can cause so much harm, why doesn't anybody talk about them? Answer: these mistakes are usually found when someone dies and then it's too late to do anything about it. Mistake 1. You fail to name a person or organization as your beneficiary. If the beneficiary is left blank, and that happens, the automatic option is to name your estate as beneficiary. Problem is, the insurance funds are going through probate, and that means delay. Insurance is meant to provide funds quickly and does not have to go through probate. Making this mistake drags it back into probate. Make sure to name a beneficiary on the application. Mistake 2. You did not designate a contingent beneficiary. If the first beneficiary or primary dies and there is no second or contingent beneficiary named, we now have mistake 1 again. Your estate is the beneficiary and back to probate. Mistake 3. You have not made arrangements in the policy for minor children or beneficiaries who need guardianship, disabled persons, for example. Children getting money before they're mature enough to handle it and blowing it all on senseless expenditures, or having assets managed by people that you would not have chosen yourself. Take time on this matter with your insurance agent to make sure these contingencies are taken care of as you want. Then document them in the beneficiary directions in the policy. Mistake 4. You don't regularly update your policies. No one buys a major piece of property, puts it in a drawer, and never looks at it again. This mistake causes a lot of grief and even anger. You have a divorce or remarriage or pass away. and your ex-spouse gets the death benefits. You would not believe how often this happens. You should have a standing appointment with your agent to review your policy at least every 3 years and sooner if something major happens. Mistake 5. The wrong person or entity owns the insurance. Including life insurance in your estate can cause it to be taxed. If your net worth is big enough, then having the wrong owner can cause a part of the life insurance to be subject to taxation. In a business, life insurance paid to a corporation will increase the business's value and may have unintended tax consequences. If you find yourself in a situation, then sit down with a professional insurance agent to create a plan to minimize taxes on your family and on your business. Mistake 6. Using the wrong method of calculation to determine how much insurance to buy. This one works both ways. You should not buy too much insurance or too little insurance. You should have the right amount of insurance for your family's needs. Do not use thumb rules. Sit down with a professional who will help you develop an insurance plan that gives you enough, but not too much insurance. Mistake 7. Not getting free life insurance. Check to see if your company offers life insurance. If not, approach the powers that be and ask them to create a program. In many cases, a company is open to providing this type of benefit because it is relatively inexpensive for them to do so. You don't need to be an insurance expert. Fred specializes in helping families and businesses with their life planning. Working with Fred means you don't have to worry about these 7 mistakes. He takes the burden off of you by finding you the least expensive insurance. Fred takes your situation and finds the company that will provide you with the least expensive solution for your family or business needs, getting you the exact amount of insurance you need. You won't need to worry if you're buying too much or too little. We'll work together to get you the right amount, making sure you avoid the costly mistakes we talked about before. Because Fred specializes in helping people with their life insurance, he makes sure we do it right to avoid all of the problems these mistakes can cause. Fred is always available to speak with you to address your questions or concerns. He does not charge for any meeting. He is here to get things done right for you without you worrying about being on the clock. Why work with a real person? A Bureau of Labor Statistics study pointed out that only licensed insurance agents can sell life insurance. Some internet insurance agencies suggest or imply consumers can pay less by avoiding an agent. Consumers need to know that no one can sell life insurance without a state license. Whether a consumer buys over the internet, telephone, or in person, they are dealing with an insurance agent. Consumers cannot save money based on who they buy from. Commissions are built into the price of the policies. Premiums are not negotiable. The sales cost is built into the premium. It makes perfect sense for consumers to take advantage of a local agent's personal service. Using CompuLife, Fred can provide competitive products and personalized service. He can save you from making a big mistake. Use the quote engine to get your free quote, then call Fred Saide for information and advice about what to consider when buying term life insurance. The website www.compareterm.com provides full information and policy comparisons. Fred will help you get the right policy for you at the best price every time. He doesn't make excuses. Visit compareterm.com. Then call Fred at 908-791-3831, extension 102. Do it today.